the calendar, that maybe what we do is limit the total amount that is going to be budgeted for this year, and leave that other 4-week period for 2027. Does that make any sense?
June of 2027?
Well, here's the deal. This is based upon use of 10 tickets over a 4-month period. But in point of fact, it'll be a 3-month period. So we but 10 tickets for a 3-month period is one trip, for 10 weeks, not 12 weeks. So it all might get used. But one thing we could do is, if you wanted to, we could limit the amount that gets used in 2026 and have some left over for next year, which I guess is what some other committees do. But the answer to your question is that number just basically reflects 10 tickets. How we distribute them and for how long we distribute them, we can put in that can be the subject of other discussion. I'm sorry, I apologize for the confusion, all you members of the board, but I didn't realize that if the warrant passed, we didn't have any money until July 1st when we were doing all this work. That was a late breaking event for me.
Good point. That 53, I would.
Yeah, I mean, my only concern is, it would effectively reduce it, but if it would kind of create the same issue the following year if it was successful. If it wasn't successful, we save ourselves $10,000 and we have that money, for other endeavors. If it is successful, then we don't have the issue of the gap in June of 2027. Brain hurting.
I would emphasize the fact that I think that the projection of 10 tickets at about $54,000 is, if anything, kind of it assumes that we've got half the households of 2 and half the households of 4 using all 10 tickets, and that I think is probably not going to happen. But again, it's a pilot program and we have no idea of what the reception is going to be.
Right.
So I'm going to be the non-literate one. 10 tickets, is that 10 car tickets or is that 10 walk-on tickets? Or is it a combination of however you want to spend it? You can mix and match.
The way it's structured is that each household would have a head of household. And that kind of assumes that the head of the household would buy 10 car tickets, which may not always be the case, but in a normal household, it probably would. The head of the household in the agreement will list all the other members of the household, and the head of the household will be entitled to buy 10 tickets for walk-on tickets for the other individual members of the household to be distributed as they so desire. So if you had a family of 4 with 2 minors, what they would be entitled to get is 10 car tickets, 10 adult walk-on tickets, assuming there's an adult in the household, and 20 minor tickets. The minor tickets could be distributed by the head of the household as they so desire, but they have to, the agreement also has them agree that they will limit the use of the tickets to the members of the household. They're not going to be able to just like send them off to their cousins so they can come over for July 4th. That was what kind of tipped off the ferry service the last time around.
Hold on, we just have a couple of different things. We've had a couple of side conversations going on, so I just want to make sure that.
You said it on these meetings. And you thought that that would be something that the town office in the middle of summer would be able to manage, or no? Honestly, it seems like a lot to me.
It seems like a lot. I mean, I'm just concerned about getting the forms filled out, how we keep track of how many tickets, like if someone comes in every other week and buys one ticket, we gotta find something somewhere and check off that they bought a ticket, you know, I can just see. I'm just equating it with other things that we sell, like books and din stickers and.
Right.
But,
That is something that you need to be very careful, in my
well, yeah, and
humble
I've
opinion,
talked with,
is
yeah.
watch it very careful. If there's a different suggestion, or maybe we need to break it down that since the car tickets are the majority of the cost, I know that the adult tickets also suck too. But maybe for the first initial part of the pilot program, we only sell vehicle tickets at the discounted rate, and the households, however you want to determine them to be. And then we would save the initial money because we're not buying all of the adult and minor tickets also, and just start it. Maybe just scale it down a little bit. I don't know. And if that's a horrible idea, I apologize, but that was one that I tried floating when my email wasn't working. But that might make it easier in order to start with the initial inception and the upfront cost to the town, average out, kind of using the exact same math that he has, but not having the walk-ons or the minor tickets. And just to help with the exorbitant cost of the vehicle tickets. I'm sorry that this.
Actually, we looked at different models here, and if you look at the budget projection costs, the difference in the car ticket is $12.50 between peak and non-peak, and the difference of a couple going across is basically it's $19.25, so it's $20 basically. So that's just a family of two. But what's really interesting, and one of our major concerns was families with kids, and for some reason, the minor. So a family of two saves $19.25. A family of four, meaning two adults and two kids, the difference is $33.25 a trip. So it really has a big impact on families with kids, and part of the reason is that the minor walk-ons peak season are $15 and off season are $8. So there's a $14 difference there. But in any event, the way we kind of structured it to try to help families as well as just couples, but it's the families that really get killed here, and that to me is disturbing. So that's why we did that.
I'm just cognizant of the time, and I'm wondering, I know
I'll keep my motion.
as sort of basically the motion, as I understand it, is
Continue
forward, recognizing that it seems like there's multiple steps that need to happen to continue to formulate this into something that we can put forward in an information meeting and that could be put into warrant form. But that moving it forward as for the recommendation allows us to meet the deadlines that would be required. Is that? Yes.
And I second the motion.
Excellent. Is there any further discussion?
We have a 10-day notice window that we have to adhere to if we put out a public meeting like this. The 10-day announcement, do we need to do that for just a public info meeting, or can we just announce it like 7 days out when we will with our?
It's not like a public hearing.
Well, right,
so I think we're
so
okay with
But yeah.
a 5-day notice.
I was just worried about that being a possibility.
You're thinking it's gonna happen?
No, I don't. I'm sorry.
So like, we put out town meeting, put out the warrant, the meeting notice like 2
Information.
weeks in advance.
Yeah, thanks.
So
And it
just
doesn't
need
have to be
public
here. It can be
information.
at
That
A,
should
it can
be
be wherever.
that.
We
Well,
want
sounds
to get
like
it
don't-
going so that people
I
can-
got my vote, let's go.
Okay.
That's all.
Thank you. You saw the blank look. Yeah. All right, all in favor, Steve? And that's an aye. Melissa?
Hi.
Pete?
Aye.
Peter? Aye. Shay? Aye. Great, thank you for working this through and for continuing to work it through as we go to the next step.
I would like to, on behalf of board to thank these gentlemen for what looks like an enormous amount of effort.
Johnson.
Thank you. You had to earn your warm weather, so.
Let me know how I can help the ongoing process, and I'll be happy to do so.
Great. Janet, will you be in touch, as we figure out the best warrant, the help? What is needed in order to move it forward in information way? Is that a yes?
For me, yes.
Yeah, you're, okay, sorry. Okay. Okay, great. Thank you. No new business, no other business. Let's approve warrant number 19.
So moved.
Second,
Thank you.
all in favor, Steve? Aye. Melissa, aye. Pete? Peter?
Aye.
Okay. Jay is an aye. And next up is to approve the appointments. We've got museum, Ashley Rossiter and Douglas Carmichael, and Reserve Law Officer Eric Bonney. And I would entertain a motion to approve this slate of appointments.
So moved.
Second,
Second.
all those in favor, Steve? Melissa?
Aye.
Pete? Peter? Jay? Aye. Great, there are multiple pages here to sign, just make sure for those in the room that you sign them all. My only comment is I really appreciate everyone's help tonight in getting me to my son's birthday.
Oh, my God.
The candles are burning.
Pete,
The new IAP duplex is slated to open within a week.
I've been worried about that week for a long time.
Oh, trust me, I have to. I sent the leases out today to be signed, so.
Steve, any comments? None. Melissa,
No, thank you.
Peter,
No.
excellent. Adjourned, huh? 4-7. Good job.
Well,
Thank
then
you
it's.
all. Bye.